Brazil, one of the most densely populated places on the planet. And where there are millions of people, there are also millions of mosquitoes. Renowned for their irritating buzz and extremely itchy bite, they're not just annoying, they carry deadly diseases too. One of them is the flu-like dengue fever. This year, Brazil reported over 9 million cases, the highest in the world. I'm visiting a laboratory in Rio de Janeiro, where remarkably mosquitoes themselves are being used to combat the spread of dengue.
This is our egg production main room. Wow. Here we produce around 50 million eggs per week.
These mosquitoes are infected with a bacteria called Wolbachia, which reduces their ability to spread viruses like dengue.
Wolbachia is a natural bacteria presented around 60% of the insects in the nature. So they injected the Wolbachia bacteria into the mosquitoes, into the egg mosquitoes, and then the female has the capacity or the ability to pass through generations.
The challenge is to ensure Wolbachia mosquitoes outnumber those carrying dengue. And to do that, scientists need to get the Wolbachia mosquitoes into communities. Since 2015, hundreds of thousands of Wolbachia mosquitoes have been released across 8 cities.
Did you face much opposition?
It's very different, unusual releasing mosquitoes. How we are going to fight a mosquito releasing another mosquito? So we have to explain them about that. We do a survey, asking them if they accept the method. And so far, we have around 80 to 9% of acceptance in those cities.
And Diogo is optimistic about early observations this year.
Petrolina and Campo Grande, they have less than 1,000 cases, and they were expecting much more, 10,000, for example.
So you work with millions of mosquitoes every day. Are you constantly itching?
No, you see, it is about the purpose, I think. When you have a purpose in your life, everything else or anything else doesn't matter.
So suffering mosquito bites is a sacrifice you're willing to take?
Yes, and I am 100% sure that I would not get dengue.
To be absolutely sure, we arm ourselves with a limitless supply of insect repellent as we join the team to release over 170,000 mosquitoes into neighbourhoods in Rio.
Well, these releases happen every day for 20 weeks, and the success of the programme rests on each neighbourhood giving their permission for it to happen.
Some areas are deemed too dangerous for the team to release the insects by car, so trusted health agents release them on foot.
O fato de eles nos conhecerem dá mais segurança a eles, né? Nos acessam para adentrar a residência deles, né? Permitem a visitação do agente de saúde.
Yeah, you can see plenty coming out there.
There are 4 strains of the dengue virus. Getting one gives you no immunity from the others. The virus itself is often symptomless and easy to manage if treated quickly. But it can be fatal, particularly if you contract it a second time. Symptoms include high fever, headaches and joint pain. In a busy family clinic in the north of Rio, I meet Nicole. She was treated here for dengue while pregnant with her son Noah.
Ele não conseguia se alimentar e nisso, em vez da minha barriga ir para frente, ela diminuía. Então, eu comecei achando que eu só estava com cansaço fora do normal por conta da gestação. Meu corpo ficava muito dolorido, ficava muito cansada.
Nicole's condition deteriorated. She was hospitalized and gave birth to Noah prematurely.
Mas só dele estar fora da barriga já foi um alívio para mim. Eu só fui poder chorar depois mesmo que ele nasceu.
How worried are you about getting dengue again?
Morro de medo. Morro de medo. Morro de medo. Então, a gente não é de sair muito.
When cases surge, it puts huge pressure on medical services, felt even more acutely in less developed countries like Brazil. In the peak of this year's epidemic, one entire floor of this clinic was dedicated to people with dengue.
We didn't have that many chairs to attend the patients, so we had to leave a room exclusive for hydration.
You are on the front line here. How much pressure do you feel?
It's a lot of pressure, but we have to talk to the patient to avoid the symptoms getting worse and needing of hospitalization. Social vulnerability here is major, so we play a big part in the lives of these people.
Rapid urbanisation in Brazil is one of the reasons for the increase in viruses like dengue. According to the UN, nearly 90% of Brazil's population live in cities, areas that make up less than 1% of Brazil's territory.
This is Santa Marta, one of over 1,000 favelas in Rio. Around 4,000 people live here. As you can see, houses are built literally on top of each other and sanitation is poor. It creates an environment where dengue can thrive.
Here in Brazil, we don't have water every day. You have to stock water at home, so you have to have a lot of tanks. And this led to easiest way the mosquitoes to increase.
The president of the Brazilian Society of Infectious Diseases warns there are now more places for mosquitoes to live and breed than ever before.
With climate change, we are increasing the area where the mosquitoes are being detected. More time with rain and warm during the year, making those areas very susceptible to proliferation of the mosquitoes.
We are looking into the Wolbachia programme and people have described it as a real cause for hope. How convinced are you that this could be part of a solution?
Wolbachia is one of the weapons that we have. The best weapon that we have is vaccination.
There is a vaccine rollout, but supply is currently limited. Across the bay from Rio is Niterói. The Wolbachia mosquito was deployed here 3 times in the last 5 years. Recent analysis has shown promising results. At times, cases have dropped by 95%, and the area remains focused on prevention.
Hola. Hola.
I've joined health agents going door to door to ensure people's homes aren't breeding grounds for mosquitoes.
Encontrei larva aqui, entendeu? Porque o foco está vivo, ele pode, na sequência, ele pode encontrar o local, um ambiente para se procriar. A gente joga numa terra, entendeu?
What has happened in Niterói has galvanised the fight against dengue fever, and at a crucial time. Global warming and more frequent extreme rainfall has seen dengue emerging within Europe, and so what happens here could affect us all. What scientists have brought is new hope in the fight against mosquito-borne diseases.